You know, one of the things I've observed about you over the years, Steve, is that you are a collector of people and vivid characters. And I know that you're drawn, as I am, to and have formed very close bonds with people who might be described as operating just a little bit off the beaten path, and who are people whose age and experience make them really treasure troves of stories and perspectives. So this might be a little bit indelicate or personal, but we're close friends here, and
Yeah.
there's within the cone of silence. So, who's one of your favorite characters, and why?
Well, I don't think this will come as any surprise. Our mutual friend, Blair Powell. Blair was a character and a half. His Lakota Sioux name was Walking Hawk. And we don't know how much Sioux he had, but I was living in San Francisco at a time, and Blair sent me a letter. And sometimes you're busy and people call and this is going to be a long conversation, and maybe you let the answering machine pick up, and maybe I let it pick up at too many times with Blair, but he sent me a letter one time. I get this letter from Blair Powell, and I open it up. And inside the letter is an envelope addressed to Blair Powell with a stamp on it and a blank piece of paper that says, "Dear Blair." And then inside that is the letter he actually wrote me, but so that I would write him back, obviously. I'm doing all the work for you. Just put something on this piece of paper and give it to the mailman. And I still have that whole thing. I never sent it back, but in the letter, sadly, in that letter, he goes, "One of these days, I just have one favor, and that is for you to sing at my memorial." He said, "I'm not asking you to write me a song, but it's the one appointment I want you to keep." Yes. And so Blair passed away in 06, 07. And it was like November, and couldn't bring myself to, and we were going to have a memorial for him at the Memorial Weekend at the Kerrville Folk Festival. And so I wrote a song for him, and I wound up going to the festival and playing that song at his memorial. But Blair was one of those that one song wouldn't, he didn't expect it, but to me, one song wasn't enough of an homage to Blair Powell. So I wrote him another song about the going down there. Can I play that one?
Please.
Boy, howdy. If I can get through it. I'm going to check tuning here, see if I'm... See if I can do it. Do we allow time for... We're going to edit this out?
This is part of it.
You can't take the train to Tulsa anymore. You can't pull your rope to ferry a boat across the Rio Grande. Harder these days than it ever was before to live your life like a simple man. Well, this old world's a changing, boys. I guess you gotta let it go. But it's the losing of your loved ones, one by one, that takes the toll. And now Texas is calling me. if I can find a way. There's some place I need to be. There's a song I said I'd sing come Memorial Day. Now I've been trying to remember how I used to get around. I was up and down the road, I was coast to coast, till I finally slowed down. Now I ain't saying my fire burned out, and I ain't saying that I've been laying low. I have not taken my head out of the clouds, no. I've just been hanging a little bit closer to home. And now Texas is a-calling me. If I can find a way, there's some place I need to be. There's a song I said I'd sing come Memorial Day. Yeah, I've been trying to remember a few things I once knew. You get caught up in the chase, gonna be hard to run your own race. Boy, is that simple, but it's true. So I keep my angel on my dashboard, and she keeps a watch a little further on down the road. I got your medicine bag, and it's a hanging from my rear view, so I can hear you no matter how loud the old wind blows. And now Texas is calling me. If I can find a way, there's some place I need to be. A song I said I'd sing come Memorial Day. There's some place I need to be. A song I said I'd sing come Memorial Day. Come this Memorial Day. Come Memorial Day.